History is written by men who conquered nations, but poetry is written by men who were conquered by women. There is a specific type of woman who understands a secret that 99% of men are blind to. She knows that the greatest form of control is not force, but surrender. She appears soft, fragile, and needing of protection. She feeds your hero instinct. She lets you feel like the king, only to realize too late that she is the one holding the crown. This is the archetype of the siren, the woman who uses her feminine energy not just to attract, but to enslave. How does she do it? How does she turn a rational, strong man into an obsessed lover who would burn the world just to see her smile? Today, we dissect the dark psychology of the woman who dominates without ever raising her voice. The first weapon in her arsenal is the illusion of vulnerability. Men are biologically wired to protect. It is the hero instinct. When a man sees a woman who seems delicate, perhaps a bit lost, or emotionally open, his defenses drop. He doesn't see a threat, he sees a mission. But here is the deception. Sun Tzu, in The Art of War, said, "All warfare is based on deception. Hence, when we are able to attack, we must seem unable to." The siren knows this. She intentionally displays weakness to invite you in. She asks for your help, your advice, your strength. By doing so, she validates your masculinity. You feel powerful around her. You feel needed. And this feeling is addictive. You start chasing that feeling of being her savior. But in reality, you are not saving her. You are walking willingly into her cage. If you have ever felt the need to save a woman who ended up breaking you, hit the like button. Let's see how many fallen heroes are watching. The second weapon is the mirror effect. Once you are close, she deploys the second phase, the mirror. The siren does not impose her personality on you immediately. Instead, she becomes a reflection of your deepest desires. She listens more than she speaks. When you talk, she looks at you as if you are the only man on earth. She laughs at your jokes. She hates what you hate. She loves what you love. In her eyes, you see a perfect version of yourself. Psychologist Carl Jung spoke of the anima, the infeminine image that every man holds in his subconscious. The siren intuitively figures out what your anima looks like, and she becomes it. You think you are falling in love with her, but in truth, you are falling in love with the image of yourself that she is projecting back at you. It is the ultimate stroke to your ego, and a man whose ego is being fed is a man who is blind to manipulation. The Philosophy of Danger by Friedrich Nietzsche gave us the answer. He said, "Two things a true man wants, danger and play. Therefore, he wants woman as the most dangerous plaything." The siren understands that safety is boring. She introduces an element of danger, not physical danger, but emotional danger. The fear that she might leave, the fear that she is too much for you to handle. She is unpredictable, like the ocean, calm one moment, stormy the next. This unpredictability spikes your dopamine levels. It creates a chemical addiction in your brain. You never know which version of her you will get today, and that uncertainty keeps you obsessed, constantly analyzing her moves, constantly thinking about her. This leads us to the most powerful psychological tool she possesses, intermittent reinforcement. If she gave you validation and love 100% of the time, you would eventually get bored. You would take her for granted. But the siren is a master of withdrawal. She gives you intense love, passion, and attention, and then suddenly she pulls back. She becomes slightly distant. Her texts become shorter. Her gaze becomes colder. Panic sets in. You wonder, what did I do wrong? How do I get that feeling back? You start working harder. You invest more emotion, more time, more money. And just when you're about to give up, she smiles again. She gives you a dose of warmth. This cycle, pleasure, pain, is the exact same mechanism used in gambling addiction. She turns herself into the slot machine, and you are the gambler who cannot walk away from the table. Are you learning the game? Subscribe to the channel now. We unveil the truths that society tries to hide from you.
Segment 5. Weaponizing Silence. In our previous video, we talked about how a man uses silence to command respect. But when a woman uses silence, she uses it to induce anxiety. The siren is comfortable in silence. When you ask her a question, she doesn't answer immediately. She holds her gaze. She lets the silence stretch until it becomes uncomfortable. Most men, in their insecurity, rush to fill that silence. They start explaining themselves, apologizing, or revealing too much information. She learns everything about you, while you learn nothing about her. Information is power. By staying mysterious and keeping her cards close to her chest, she maintains the upper hand. She becomes a puzzle you are desperate to solve. But the trick is, she ensures there is always a missing piece. Segment 6. The Physical Spell. The Art of Seduction. We cannot ignore the physical aspect, but for the siren, beauty is not just about genetics, it is about presentation. Robert Greene, in The Art of Seduction, describes the siren as the ultimate fantasy figure. She is heightened reality. She knows that men are visual creatures. She uses her appearance to distract your logical mind. When she enters a room, the atmosphere changes. She moves slower than anyone else. She speaks lower than anyone else. She weaponizes her femininity. A touch on your arm, a lingering look, a scent that you can smell even when she is gone. These sensory triggers bypass your rational brain and go straight to your primitive instincts. You might be a CEO, a leader, a stoic man, but in the presence of raw, focused feminine energy, your logic begins to dissolve like sugar in hot water. Segment 7. Emotional Dependence. The Mother-Lover. This is the deepest layer of the trap. The siren creates a dual dependency. She is the lover who fulfills your wildest desires, but she also subtly plays the role of the mother. Not in a nagging way, but in a nurturing way. She creates a sanctuary. When you are with her, the world's problems disappear. She becomes your peace. Once she becomes your only source of peace, she owns you, because the threat of losing her becomes the threat of returning to a chaotic, cold world alone. She knows that even the strongest men are just little boys looking for a place to rest their heads. By offering that rest, she puts a collar around your neck. A collar made of velvet, but a collar nonetheless. Segment 8. The Queen's Standards. Finally, what makes the siren truly dominant is her willingness to walk away. She never acts desperate. She never begs for love. She operates from a frame of, I am the prize. If you disrespect her, she doesn't scream or fight. She simply withdraws her presence. She turns cold. This creates a power vacuum. You realize that she doesn't need you. She wants you, perhaps, but she doesn't need you to survive. This realization terrifies the male ego, which wants to be indispensable. To prove your worth, you chase her. You try to conquer her again and again. And that is the ultimate victory for her. As long as you are chasing, she is leading. Conclusion. The lesson. The woman who controls is not the one who shouts orders. She is the one who inspires obsession. She uses silence, beauty, withdrawal, and the illusion of surrender to disarm you. She lets you think you are the conqueror, while she conquers your mind. Is this evil? Or is it simply nature's way of balancing power? Nietzsche warned us to bring the whip, but he forgot to mention that she might be the one to take it from your hand. Understanding her power is the only way to survive it. Do not hate the game. Learn the rules, because in the game of shadows, the one who loves less controls the relationship. If you want to understand the depths of human nature and the dark dynamics of attraction, you are in the right place. We are building a community of men who see the truth. Hit the like button if you respect the power of the dark feminine. Subscribe and ring the bell. Next time we will discuss how to break free from this spell. Tell me in the comments, have you ever met a siren? And did you survive her? Until next time, stay awake.